that was fucking doo-doo ass. But the next day, me and Smitty went to a bar. It's a bar called Etoile, and they do like
That sounds
they
French as
normally. Yeah, I don't know why it's a French name.
Etoile.
It's in Toronto,
Etoile.
but so they normally do magic shows, and there'll be this lady that comes over. And she'll go, do you want to see the mysterious magic show? It just costs bubbles, is what they say. You have to buy a bottle of bubbles, which is just this fucking Prosecco or whatever the fuck
Champagne?
it is. It's not, so I'll get into that. It's not champagne. They don't call it champagne for a reason. They call it bubbles. Every time. We've gone there for like 2 years. They always call it bubbles. But we were like, Smitty, before she even said what it was, she walks up and was like, do you guys want it? And he's like, yeah, we're interested. And I was like, okay, well, let's see what it is. And she's like, it's going to be a live jazz show. And I was like, bruh, I don't want to see a fucking jazz show. And then she's like, yeah, they take like requests of like whatever you want. And I was like, all right, all three of us are
well,
just
that sounds
requesting.
boring.
All three of us are requesting Monsters Inc. back to back. But
Yeah, who would watch that?
dude, it's just like, I wanted to chill. Like, this was the actual night of the concert, so like my ears are already like, I've had enough music. Like loud show. Like we got there and I just wanted to drink and be quiet and hang out. Me, him, and Poop Guy. And
Poop Guy.
Smitty said yes, and I was like, "Fucking you asshole, whatever. I'm just being a dick, and I'm gonna keep requesting Monsters Inc. I don't fucking care. I'm gonna be an asshole because I didn't want to do this."
Did they play it?
So it gets worse. So we went in, and the lady's like, oh, hold on, the other guests will be joining you. Normally the magic show is just like you and whoever you're with, and we're like, oh my god, there's more fucking people. This is gonna be so stupid. So there was 2 guys that were on a date, and then another couple, and one more couple that were, the other 2 couples around our age. The 2 dudes were probably like mid-30s, and we all went in there. And this dude that's playing it, he's like this little Asian guy, and he didn't even say hi to anybody yet. The one dude, like of the gay couple, the one dude walks in. Actually, I don't even think they were a couple. It sounded like they were on like one of their first dates or whatever. But he walked in, didn't even say hi to anybody, just looks at the guy holding his fucking his saxophone. He goes, "Hey man, how old's your horn?" The guy's like, What? He's like,
something we say in the biz.
Already, I was annoyed at this guy. I was like, I don't know, I reckon it came out at the same time he did. And he just kind of hit me with a little glare because it sounded like he was talking about his wiener. Like,
right.
And you just, it's just like, all right, I don't want to be here, so I'm just going to be passive aggressive the whole time. And the guy's like, oh, this? I don't know, man. It's just an instrument. I don't know when I got it. The guy's like, oh, okay, whatever. And the guy's like talking about like, what do you want to play and stuff like this. And the guy, like the dude's just playing random notes while he just like talks to us to like take requests and shit. Mm-hmm. And he plays a note. Guy was like, oh, that's a B flat. He's like,
I was like a music snob guy.
These guys.
He's
so
like,
Do was literally with you.
It's worse than Do because
there's like a piano to the right of me. He's like,
it's worse than Do because the guy playing is like, yeah, that was a G. We're just like, oh no, this is gonna be bad, bro. And so
a music snob who's actually doesn't have any right to be a snob,
doesn't know anything. But he came over to us, just like the lady was bringing us our bubbles, and he goes up to me, Manny, and Smitty, and he goes to Manny first. And what's her name? Manny's like, Manny, and I was like, I'm not giving this guy my fucking name. I don't want to talk to him ever again. And I was like, my name's Carl. He's like, hi, Carl. And then Smitty was like, my name's Sven. He's like, Ben? Sven.
Pardon?
Sven? Where's that from? He's like, it's Norwegian. It's like, oh, is that where you grew up? No. And they just didn't elaborate at all. Just like, all right. I don't know. It's just fucking awkward as shit. But the guy is waiting there. The lady brings the Prosecco over, whatever. He takes a sip and he's like, oh, this is disgusting. I would rather drink anything but this. This is the worst champagne I've ever had. And I was just on the side of him, and I was like, she said it was bubbles. And then she's like, yeah, it's not champagne. We specify. He's like, no, you told me champagne. It's like, she said bubbles. he's like, no, like you 100% came to my table. I remember it. He was with me. You said champagne. I was like, Bubbles. Just talking over him because he's just being a fucking ass.
I would have been
He's
like, you don't
no,
remember the B flat incident, do you?
Yeah, we always call it Bubbles. Bro, he gets worse. So he's arguing with her, and she's like, whatever, I won't charge your bill for it. He's like, no, you can charge me for it. And she's like, then what do you want? He's like, just don't call it champagne. She called it Bubbles, bro. Stop. So she walks out, whatever, and he kept doing, like, he literally just kept doing shit like that all night, where he's just like, the guy would play a song, like, try to play a song. And he'd be like, oh, I know that song. And he'd be like, yeah, that's an original piece I made, so that you don't know the song. And,
oh, that's the worst.
And it just kept going throughout the night. And then they got talking about, like, random shit. Like, the one couple asked if he ever plays, like, any other bars where they could actually watch him play his own music. And the other guy the one gay dude just chimed in again out of nowhere. He's like, you guys will find that I'm very seldom wrong. And me and Smitty just started fucking dying. It's like literally thinking, I was like, bro, we've been in here for 10 minutes. He has been wrong like 7 times. And it's just like,
betting zero so far.
Literally just nonstop. Like he's talking to the guy playing again after the guy played an original piece. It was really fucking good. And the guy's like, oh, I could see like there wasn't that much passion in that, but I could get what you were trying to play. And the dude's like, yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to play right now. And the guy was like, well, I get why you wouldn't have a lot of passion. Like, you don't really have anything in the world that angers you or like, oppresses you. And the guy's like, what? He's like, people your age, they have it so easy. They have nothing difficult in life. And he's like, sure,
I feel
man.
like I'm sitting next to this guy right now listening to it. It's pissing me off.
Yeah,
It's
I'm getting
literally-
mad,
This is painful.
and I wasn't even
Dude,
there.
it was so... We were only in this room for about 25 minutes. All of this was compressed into a 25-minute span, while in between, like, 5-minute music breaks.
See, Blarg, your problem is you've never met a virtuoso before. You just don't know how to handle him.
I literally have... I'm not an aggressive man, but I have never wanted to punch somebody in the fucking face so bad in my life. And then the worst one, that's not even the worst part of it, this dude's playing, and he's this little Asian guy, and he's like, hey, man, I think I saw you in Hot Tub Time Machine. And, like, he, like, looked around at all of us, waiting for somebody to, like, giggle. The dude playing was like, is that racist? He's like, no, man, it's just, like, a joke. We're like, okay. And then his date leaves and just left him in there.
Oh my god.
So it's just him now. And the guy's like, we were the last, like, group of the night that was supposed to see him. And, so we were just like chatting with the guy that was playing afterwards, and the one dude's another musician, like he played in a jazz band. So they're actually talking about music while, whatever the fuck his name is still trying to figure out what note everything
How old
is.
the horn is.
Yeah, how old the horn is. Still trying to ponder that. But yeah, like it was just, bro, it was just so awkward. He sat in there for probably like 15 minutes after, just trying to talk to this guy, and he was like arguing with them about everything and like trying to be right about everything. It's just.
I don't know.
Dude, he was so annoying. I was so pissed off.
I don't know if it's just because music's like a fine art, but like pretentious music people are just so obnoxious.
Okay,
Like
the
above
thing
anything else, man.
is like, if he was pretentious and actually knew everything he was talking about,
Yeah.
I'd be
Like
like,
he earned his stripes
all
or
right,
whatever.
yeah, you know what? You're annoying, and like we're all just trying to listen to this guy like play. We didn't even actually end up actually giving him requests. We just kept telling him to play his own stuff because it was actually like pretty impressive. Like it was like a really weird, like jazz style with like he'd put in like little bits of like modern hip hop that he liked, but then he just throw in like the most obscure fucking jazz shit ever. But yeah,
Sounds
it was
cool.
just like it's just like this guy clearly knew what he was doing, the guy that was playing, and the guy talking to him literally didn't know fucking anything. He asked him how to make harmonics like guitars on the instrument shit, and it's just like, bro, what do you
What,
think this guy's
sax?
gonna give? Yeah, you think he's gonna give you a fucking lesson right now? But the guy could kind of do it. He could make like he could actually make things that kind of sounded like similar to how guitar harmonics sound. But I was just like, bro, like, what are you asking this guy to do? Like, he's just so ass.
You know
He
what's
was
funny
so
is
annoying, bro.
I just started learning how to play the sax like less than a week ago, and I already know that you can't really make harmonics on an air instrument.
Like, yeah, you
You
can
can do an
make,
octave up. You can like play a note low and then go an octave up. But
Yeah,
like,
essentially what it is, but I guess the timbre of it, you can't really
it's
replicate
not.
that.
It's not. I wouldn't exactly. Yeah.
but it's not really
call it
called a
that.
harmonic.
No,
like,
it's not a harmonic. It's just kind of like something that kind of sounds similar, I suppose. But yeah, just like, dude, just the worst guy to spend 25 minutes in a room with. And,
I've seen plenty of those
horrible.
guys in my comments over the years. You know, you just people who they've been on Musician for a week and they think they know everything about music.
But seeing them live is just incredible.
Out in the wild, yeah.
Yeah, just like watching somebody be so clueless to how much everyone in the room wants him to leave. Like everyone was being so passive aggressive.
No, like social awareness.
No,
Got to be some
none.
level of autism
Like
there.
the fact that his date left
100%.
should be a big fucking red flag.
Yeah.
right,
Like,
not even the person
bro.
who already knows you could stand to be there.
Yeah, literally just fucking wild. And but yeah, me, Smitty, and Manny left while they were arguing because we were just like, this is fucking stupid. See you later. And we left, and like 20 minutes later, they all emerged from the room. And I went to go to the bathroom, and I walked by the guy that was playing, and I was like, how was the conversation with that guy after? He's like, dude, I genuinely think that's the worst experience I've had with somebody. And I was like, yeah, I would have stayed and supported you, but I think I would have killed myself. And he's like, yeah, no, I considered it a few times, and then that was it. But it's just like, bro, that's wild.
Yeah,
But,
that sucks.
Yeah, the fact that his opening line was, "Hey, bro, how old's your horn?" Like that should have been the red flag right off the get go.
Yeah. That's something that I don't really think matters at all either.
Bro, how old's your horn? It's just like, bro, what? That's your opening line, and then arguing with someone right away. It's just like, Jesus, fucking brainless.